All right. Hey, everyone, and welcome back to another deep dive. We're always searching for those next level language learning secrets.
Oh, absolutely. Those like aha moments that can totally transform your learning journey.
Yeah, exactly. And today, I think we might just have stumbled upon one.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Do tell.
Well, we're diving into this idea from the English Dose podcast, and it's all about, get this, thinking in English.
Thinking in English. I mean, at first glance, it seems almost too simple, right?
Yeah, almost deceptively simple. But the more I dug into it, the more I realized, there's some serious power in this technique.
Okay, I'm starting to see why you're excited about this. But for those of us who are, still wrapping our heads around it, break it down. Like, what does thinking in English actually mean?
So imagine this, right? You're walking down the street and you see, I don't know, the cutest dog ever.
Okay, picture it. Yeah. Super cute dog.
Now, in that instant, instead of thinking, oh, what a cute dog in your native language and then translating it, you just have that thought, that's a cute dog, directly in English.
I see what it means. So it's about bypassing that translation step completely, kind of like creating this shortcut in your brain.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's about building a direct connection between your thoughts and feelings and English words.
Okay, that's interesting. But how does that actually help with fluency? I mean, is it really that powerful?
That's what I was curious about too. But apparently, by thinking directly in English, you're essentially rewiring your brain to process the language more naturally, more like a native speaker.
Rewiring the brain. Okay, now we're talking neuroscience here. I'm all ears.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating stuff. So think about it this way. Every time you translate a thought, you're adding this extra step, this extra layer of processing.
Right, so there's more potential for, I guess, for things to get lost in translation, so to speak.
Exactly. But when you think directly in English, you're cutting out that middleman, and that allows your brain to form these stronger, more direct neural connections between thoughts and English expressions.
Interesting. So it's like building a mental highway for English fluency. The more you travel on it, the smoother and faster the journey becomes.
That's a perfect analogy.
hmm
Now, I know what you're thinking. How do we actually start doing this? It can't be as simple as just, labeling a few objects around the house in English, right?
Well, labeling objects is a good starting point, but yeah, it goes way beyond that. The real magic happens when you start incorporating English into your internal monologue, into that constant stream of thoughts that's always running in the back of your mind.
Okay, you're going to have to break that down for me.
Right.
What does that look like in practice?
Okay, let's say you're making your morning coffee. Instead of thinking, I'm making coffee in your native language, you consciously think, I'm making coffee in English. Simple things like that.
I'm brushing my teeth. I'm walking to work.
Uh,
All in English.
yep, that's the idea. And it gets even more interesting when you start using this technique to rehearse for real life situations.
Oh, like role playing in your head.
Exactly. Let's say you're going to order food at a restaurant. Instead just thinking about what you want in your native language, you visualize the whole interaction in English. You think about walking up to the counter. You think about what the cashier might ask you. You formulate your order in your head, all in English.
Wow, that's like a mental dress rehearsal for using English in the real world. I love that.
And the beauty of it is that you can do it anytime, anywhere. Waiting for the bus, rehearse the conversation in English, walking to the store, describe your surroundings in English. The possibilities are endless.
That's so cool. But I got to be honest, I'm imagining myself doing this, and I kind of feel like, wouldn't it be super awkward at first, like talking to myself in English in my head?
It might feel a little strange at first, yeah. But remember, anytime you're learning a new skill, there's always going to be that initial awkward phase.
True, true.
Think about learning to ride a bike. Remember those first wobbly attempts? It felt awkward, maybe even a little scary. But with practice, those wobbly movements became smooth and effortless.
Okay, yeah, I'm starting to see the parallel here.
So embrace the initial awkwardness of thinking in English. It's a sign that your brain is creating new pathways, forming new connections.
And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And
Yeah.
then, boom, you start seeing those amazing results. Fewer pauses, more fluent speech, greater confidence.
Exactly. It's not just about speaking faster, it's about speaking more naturally, more effortlessly. It's about internalizing the rhythm and flow of the language so that it becomes a part of you, not just something you study.
So it's really about transforming your whole relationship with the language, not just memorizing a bunch of words and grammar rules.
Absolutely. It's a fundamental shift in how you approach learning and using English.
It's like taking the language off the textbook page and integrating it into your everyday life.
So now that we've unpacked all of this, I have a challenge for you and for everyone listening. What's the first thought that you're going to commit to thinking in English today?
Ooh, yeah, put it out there.
Maybe it's something small, like describing your breakfast, or maybe it's something more complex, like planning your day, or even having a full-blown imaginary conversation in English. Whatever it is, make a conscious effort to think it through in English.
And remember, even those small, seemingly insignificant moments of thinking in English, they all add up. They all contribute to rewiring your brain for fluency.
Absolutely. It's consistency, not intensity, that truly makes the difference.
So be practicing, embrace the awkwardness, and you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make on your English learning journey.
Happy thinking, everyone.
Until next time.